what is the job scenario, what will be the job scenario, how you are working, whether from home or you are going to the office, what is the effect of the lockdown situation. uh, yes, so better you have 5 minutes, each of you have to complete in 5 minutes. um, I request first of all Professor Sagar Dake, can you please continue?
Yeah, thank you. Uh, my name is Sagar Dake, and currently I'm working at Whitecliff Technology as a tutor from last 1 year. Due to coronavirus, we face a lot of problem during that aspect ratio. As per my scenario, like I'm telling you the true story. In my college, we got 35 students who is interested into to diploma course in our college. But after Corona came and we got some news from our prime minister, and she declared some restrictions like level 3 and level 2, and that's why student was not confirm about their admission, so they canceled the admission, and some of students they are just keep their admission on hold. That's the major issue with our college, and we are fighting with that. And coming to the job scenario, I heard a lot news from my colleagues, and they say most of employees they lost the job due to lockdown and due to work from home. And I don't know the exact reason, but they lost the job. And some of them they say, "I'm working from home. That's fine for me. I'm luckiest guy," like that. So, from my scenario, 80% employees are they lost the job. And if you talk about the student ratio, then it will be very difficult for student, those who are working part time, like 20 hours per week. Straight away they can't work because they can't work from home. That's why they can't get any paid. So that's the major problem. So how to face this problem? Our prime minister, she declared that those who are not earning money due to lockdown, uh, New Zealand government they announced 12 billion package, and means that 12 million package it will be divided as per that business ratio. So I don't know the exact ratio means how much they are getting, but they declared that if one person is earning 900 per week, and he is or she is a single or couple, then then the government can provide I think 550 or $650 per week. So that's a major issue for us.
All right, Sagar, thank you very much. Thank you for your inputs. And Sagar is a student of Interedwise. We sent him for PhD in AUT, and now he's working as a professor in Auckland. Yes, I come to the next participant, Dr. Ruchira. Dr. Ruchira, can you please give your inputs?
Hello everyone. Hope everyone's safe during Corona and is safe at home. Don't go out. um, I'm based in Auckland, pretty similar to my husband Rohit. So I came to Auckland about 4 years ago. Right now, I work with Lumino, that is a dental corporate in New Zealand, one of the biggest dental corporates. In terms of Corona and my work life, it hasn't changed a lot because the health line still works. The health sector still has to carry what they do. Otherwise, we're going to have a bunch of sick people later to deal with. So my work from home has rather become work more from home for the last 1 month than my normal lifestyle. But and as far as I speak, I am in constant touch with my classmates with whom I've studied when I came to New Zealand. So not a lot has changed for people in healthcare here. We are still required because it is still one of the essential businesses in New Zealand. We are determined as one of the essential services. And in terms of students coming to New Zealand. I just read one article in a New Zealand newspaper today that the universities are facing a huge loss due to no students in the universities. So yes, it is something that the government is concerned about and is writing about. So as much as the students would want to go back to the university, universities also want their students to come back, which in a way is a positive thing to look at. But if I have to speak in terms of healthcare sector, no big change. We are still working as normal, still trying to work more than normal in the situation.
We can't hear you.
Thank you, Ruchira. Sorry, my mic was mute. Yes, we'll move to Ruchit. Sorry, Rohit. Rohit and Ruchira, they are married now. That's the reason Rohit and Ruchira. It's like a combination of Ruchi. So,
That's so sweet of you to say that. But hi guys, my name is Rohit, and I work as a operations manager for one of the food manufacturing company based in Auckland. Uh, so when it comes to student, I'm not very knowledgeable about how this pandemic has affected student, international student, but I have had couple of incidents where people came for a job who were student, and they shared their experience that it was all fine. They didn't get any problem like other countries. People, student got uh, taken away from their universities and sent back to their home countries, uh, and that nothing of that sort has happened in New Zealand, which is very fortunate. And when it comes to job and industry stability, I think New Zealand is doing the great job so far. Its government is providing a $585 whether you're working, irrespective of fact you're working or not. That's a bare minimum amount you are going to get. 80% of salary you're going to get, and that's amazing decision our honorable Prime Minister Jacinda has taken, which is supporting each and everyone. New Zealand has now gone back to level 3 from level 4, which is admirable, which is great in its own capacity, because being a small country, the control is amazing. Things are pretty smooth here. I myself worked under lockdown, being a essential service in the food industry, and we didn't have any problem at all. Things are going normal. People are taking things seriously and just staying safe. And in terms of international student, I have not heard any bad news, luckily. I guess your mic is mute again.
yeah, thank you, Rohit. Thank you very much. And glad to heard that international students are also getting from some stipend from the Prime Minister. That's good.
If they are working.
Yeah, if they are working. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Same thing is implemented it in Canada as well.
Okay.
Yes. Now we have Mr. Ravi Lagade. He's a very experienced person, and he's having dynamic personality, working with many groups. So we'll take input from Ravi. Ravi, what is the impact of COVID on international student in UK?
Uh, Hello, everybody. And the situation in UK, basically, I'm a lawyer, qualified in India and qualified in the UK as well. So from my field, everybody has been told to work from home, and only the critical services are working. Now, with regards to the students, first of all the students should visit the website officeforstudents.org.uk. You will find all the latest updates with regards to the coronavirus combat and how the situation is. But I'm not pessimist, but the situation in UK is not good, and it's not good all over the world. There has been a job cut, there has been lockdown, it's all the same. The only difference is we don't get the stick over here for coming out of the houses. We can go for shopping, we can go to the park for our daily jogging and our exercises. We can go to the park, we can do that. But uh, since this is a developed country, uh, I really feel sorry for the people from the developing countries like India and other countries. They are really suffering, and this is only because disaster management system which is in place in India or other parts of the world, developing countries, is not that good as compared to the developed countries. Like we all know, even earlier, uh, uh, this doctor had said, Dr. Ruchira and her partner, husband, I mean,
Rohit.
job retention scheme is there in India, in UK. Then there is business interruption loan scheme. There is universal credit standard allowance. There is alternate payment arrangement with regards to immigration. There are lots of laws which have been, put into the transition phase. For example, people who have their visas expired, they have been automatically extended, and even the students are being provided with the benefits system, the support which they really need. We are supporting lots of students in the UK because since we have our own organization helping people back in India, we are providing donations for food support and for lots of other things. So anybody needs support in the UK, please let us know. We are there to provide the support with whatever support they need, even if it is an employee or a student, we will definitely help them. But as I said, since this is the developed country and the disaster management system is too good here, we don't feel that pain and suffering. In fact, we feel that pain of staying inside the house all the time. We are not able to go out. That is the real pain. But I really feel sorry for the people back home because they are stranded. We all know what's the situation there. But in a nutshell, the situation is not that good, but it's not out of control in London, in the UK.
All right. Thank you, Ravi. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time, valuable time. Uh, yes, we have Gurpreet Kaur. She currently being to Australia, and Gurpreet, I invite you. Please give your input. What is the
Yeah,
current scenario for the international student because of this COVID-19 pandemic?
yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Gurpreet Kaur, and as Sir said, yes, recently I moved to Australia in February intake. I have enrolled myself in University of Tasmania in Hobart and under Masters of Professional Accounting. So for students, I would give a message that if the studies is concerned, the situation is very good. Everything has been moved to online, and you will get full support of your lecturers, your tutorial teachers. Everyone is trying to shift all the classes into an online where students I don't think that the students are finding any difficulty regarding studies. Everything is available online. Tutors are always there. They have the consultation time. And apart from that, if I think about the job, right now it's not the correct time to get a job, because as I'm new to this country, I cannot expect anything higher. So at this, it's a COVID is a pandemic situation, as we know. People who were into job in previous scenarios, now they are jobless. So we cannot expect anything right now. So, but as a positive note, if students are coming here to study, I think universities you will have a different experience what you had in India. Your study culture, everything is very good. You will have supportive lecturers. You will have people who will call you from the university to know whether if you need any support. Apart from study support, they are ready to give you monetary supports as well. In my university, there are 2 safety grants which the students can get if they are finding difficulty in their day-to-day life, like monetary support as well. So I think Australia is a developed country, and they are supporting their students in whatever way they can.
All right. Thank you, Gurpreet ji. Thanks a lot. Uh, yes, I think Shivani is there.
No, sir, Shivani is not there.
Okay, she's willing to join.
Because there it's late night, early morning time.
Okay, no problem. So can you give input on behalf of Shivani?
Yeah.
Nitin sir is the father of Shivani. Shivani Patel is studying in Cape Breton University in Nova Scotia in Canada. Yes, Nitin ji, please,
Yeah.
please put on your video if it is possible.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Hi everyone. And I have heard from regarding New Zealand and Australia, and now here Nitin Patel here. I am from India, but my daughter is studying in Nova Scotia at Cape Breton University, as sir said, and this is his second year of completion for this masters. My son is already completed his masters in Auckland from Auckland University. Now, regarding, first of all, I'll tell you regarding the Nova Scotia, Canada, where because we are getting daily information, we are getting from calls from my daughter now. There also, they have taken very good precautions, and lockdown is already there. Now they are giving some liberty also. Even to the working students, they are giving the facility of working students with normal hours. Even some of them, if you are not getting the job, they are also giving their job there. And in the job experience, they are getting precautions of each and every student who is working there. They are giving full instruction to them how to prevent from corona, how to take precautions also, and they are monitoring also that. Regarding this those who don't have job, they have given $2,000 to each student who is earning their income in last year $5,000. They are getting that also. What earlier in New Zealand we have heard from somebody saying that they are giving $580 per week. In Canada, they are giving $2,000 per month to the students who is having job in the last year, but eligibility is $5,000 they have to earn in the last. And in distance, keeping distance in the whenever you're going for something to buy, they already allowed them to go outside only for those who require or need it, and also keep the distance. Otherwise, they are fine. They are charging fine also. Those who are not maintaining that, and government is supporting very nicely. If the person want to hire a cab, in the cab also cab driver has to sanitize whole cab once he is taken delivery and drop the delivery after. That's very fantastic precautions. And in Nova Scotia, where she is staying at Sydney, wherein there is no case yet, or whatever the positive cases, they are under quarantine and taking the medicine. No death issue is there. However, in New Zealand, I'm just informing you regarding my son is already completed masters, and now he is on work permit. There also, they are giving means job is because of lockdown. So many shops and other things are closed. But wherever the necessity items are available, they are giving the job, and also they are maintaining that every student or every person has to get some hours in the week, so that everyone has to earn.
Good.
And first and last but not least, thanks for your this involvement and giving opportunity to students and other students who are in India or who want to join all these things, who want to go, they will get the good information by arranging this fund.
Yes, Nitin sir, one more question I am having.
Yeah,
Son and daughter both are in abroad, and due to this pandemic situation, as a father, what are your feelings? Can you please share?
Yeah, of course, every father mother has very good. Every father mother has think and fear about their kids who are abroad and how they will performer, how they are in situation like this. But I'm happy that both the countries and their government, thanks very much to them also, they are taking precautions more than us. And we are very happy that they are taking the precautions, that they are getting their necessity, whatever the requirements are there, they are fulfilling their requirements also. And our kids also has to learn in this type of panic situation how to maintain ourselves, how to live there without parents or without any support. That we have fear is always there, sir, because it's always father and mother and we are support.
Mhm. I can understand that. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. It is really useful, and yes, we'll take note of this. Now I'm going to share the screen, and I have one of the student who sent his video.
Hi everyone,
Just
this is
listen. Can
Mayur
you see
Amirani.
this?
I know Kamendra sir and his team since past 4 years. They were the ones who processed my applications for my master's in computer science in the United States. So I completed my master's 2 years back in 2018. And in this video, I'll be discussing about how the COVID-19 has impacted the international students, also the consequences of that on the current job market in the United States. Um, in the end, I'll also suggest few options or few strategies, means how one can utilize his free time for their career growth. So coming to the effect of COVID-19, most of the universities have not cancelled classes. They are still going on. However, they have changed the mode of instruction. So all the classes are now online. So students are now taking the courses from their home and submitting the assignments. So existing students, there is no impact. But for the prospective students, many universities have allowed applications without a GRE and TOEFL score. So most students can take advantage of this to get into a very good school. Apart from that, means they've also allowed students to take the first semester, that is the fall semester, from India itself. Once the COVID situations get loosened up, so they can apply for the visa and then come to the United States and continue their studies from the second semester. So that was about the impact on students. Now I'll speak about the current job market scenario. So the job market is definitely impacted. Means most of the small scale and medium scale companies have stopped hiring. However, there is still a scope for the market with the big companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Uh, Also, there are other IT companies which are solely dependent on telecommunications, healthcare. Those domains are the ones who are still hiring in full swing, uh, even in the COVID situation. All the hiring is being done using interviews. So that can be a little bit tricky, but yeah, hiring is still going on with the selected companies and selected industries. So uh, now many people would be asking, means what is the best thing to do in the time right now available. So I'll just go over a few things which I do personally. So I usually work Monday to Friday as well from home for my office. So apart from my office hours, I usually do lead code to improve my algorithm skills, obviously. So if you are not from computer science background, you can enroll a Udemy course or a Coursera course, which is very good addition to your profile. So that will definitely boost your profile and help in the job search. So that's it. Yeah. So overall, there is an effect on international students, but yeah, many universities have loosened up their entry criteria for the international students. So it depends on you how you take this particular situation. Thank you once again. Thank you, Kamendra sir, for providing me opportunity to share this review with the other students. So thank you, sir. All the best to all the students who are aspiring to come to United States or get a degree from United States. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Yes, friends. So this was what, and many students, they were about to join, but because of they are busy in the job in current scenario as well. So students are working in shift, and in most of the country, they have given opportunity to students to work full time. Even they are international students. So that's the reason many of the students are not available here. But yes, you have got inputs from USA, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. So even parents review you got. So I think uh, if you have any question, you can ask me. And before that, I'm going to give the presentation. And again, for the participant, if the students, those are in overseas and join, when I requested them, definitely on my word, they join. Even though they are busy. So if you are having any work, or you have to rush for the work, or anything you have to do, you can leave this meeting anytime, no problem. Okay. Or if you have time, you can continue to stay with us. We are happy to see you. Yes, friends. So this is what now we are going to present today as Interedwise, because there were call we were facing from many of the students. They were asking, sir, what will happen? What is the condition now? And what is the current scenario? What about my application? What will happen when I will get offer later? Why there is so much delay? What if I am not able to get my this one IELTS test result in time? Or what if I don't get my offer letter in time? What if I don't get my visa in time? And what if the international borders not open and I'm not able to travel abroad? So because of these questions, we just had a thought that better to gather all the students for this webinar and discuss everything, and question answer session will take later on once we complete this presentation. Meanwhile, if you are having any question, you can just write in the question answer box. Yes, first of all, see, there is a very panic situation. People are saying why it happens. And many people are like say, they are having thoughts like this is happening first time. No, friends, this is not the first time it happens. In 1918 also it happens. And what is a pandemic? According to WHO, trusted source, a pandemic is defined as the worldwide spread of new disease. Whenever any new virus come into the picture, that time our immunization system is not having resistance power for that virus, and that's the reason lot of people suffer from the disease and lot of mortality happen. So once our body become used to of that, once we created the antibodies in our body, then the effect will minimize. Okay, illness will minimize. So just see, this is a picture of 1918.
The 1918 flu epidemic, also known as the Great Flu Epidemic or the Spanish flu, is considered the worst global pandemic in history, as it concentrated a high mortality in a short period of time. It's estimated that the mortality rate of the pandemic was between 10 and 20%, and that it killed between 50 and 100 million people worldwide. In Spain, the number of deaths is estimated at around 300,000. Unlike other flu epidemics that primarily affect children and the elderly, many of its victims were healthy young people and adults in their 20s and 40s, as well as animals, such as dogs and cats. The flu began to spread at the end of World War I. The media in the countries that participated in the war were under military censorship, so they concealed the pandemic. However, Spain, being neutral, reported in the press on the new cases using names such as the fever of 3 days, the soldier of Naples, or the fashionable disease. It seemed that Spain was the only country affected. This is why the disease was known all over the world as the Spanish flu. Although by the fall of 1917, the disease had already occurred in 14 military camps, some consider Gilbert Mitchell, a cook at Fort Riley Camp in Kansas, to be a zero patient. Mitchell entered the morning of March 4th, 1918, with fever and headache to the infirmary, and a few hours later, there were more than 100 cases under treatment. So they'd set up a hangar to care for patients. The symptoms of this disease were high fever, earache, body fatigue, diarrhea, and occasional vomiting, and sometimes breathing difficulties and nosebleeds. Most of the people who died were the result of secondary bacterial pneumonia, as antibiotics were not available. However, one group died quickly after the first symptoms appeared, in as little as 2 or 3 days. By mid-April 1918, the flu was already raging in the trenches of Western Europe. He passed from France to Great Britain, Italy, and came to Spain. Even King Alfonso XIII became ill, and the Spanish newspapers echoed the disease, which was spreading so alarmingly. As can be seen in this graph, most fatalities fell in just 13 weeks, from September to mid-December 1918, in what's known as the second wave. The poorest people and populations suffered the consequences of this flu in a special way. But it also affected governors, such as the President of the United States, Woodrow Wilson, the British Prime Minister, Lloyd George, or Kaiser Guillermo. The painter, Edvard Munch, even captured it in a self-portrait, and others like Gustav Klimt did not survive the disease. All the newspapers of the moment collected advertisements with miraculous remedies. The elixirs, medicinal waters, tonics, and other remedies stand out. Doctors at the time recommended aspirin in doses now considered counterproductive, quinine prepared with arsenic, camphor oil, or castor oil. Some even encouraged people to smoke, thinking that inhaling smoke killed germs. Different medical publications of the time, available in the Hispanic Digital Library, attempted to respond to the causes of the epidemic and reported on its progress and consequences. An Italian scientist, Professor Sacconi, claimed to have isolated the germ that caused the disease, but time proved it was not true. The strain of the virus causing Spanish flu, AH1N1, was not discovered until 1943, and its genetic sequence was not determined until 2005. Every day, Spanish newspapers picked up on the importance of hygiene education and how this task was carried out in Germany from schools and pupils, making the number of flu deaths before the war the lowest in all of Europe. They also warned that patients who do not experience any symptoms, the so-called convalescents, can be a focus of spread of the epidemic, so they recommended keeping them 1 or 2 weeks more in isolation. The use of cloth masks became mandatory for all those performing public service work. This measure was a health recommendation made to the rest of the population to prevent the disease from spreading so easily. The more contact there was between people, the more likely they were to reproduce the virus. The government is beginning to take preventative measures to try and stop this crisis. Theatres, circuses, workshops, factories, and public places are disinfected, and some events are even suspended. It's forbidden to import goods from Morocco. Strangers entering populations are identified. Tuition and examinations are extended indefinitely, and rectors are even given the freedom to suspend classes if they see fit. The third and last wave was more benign, as many people were already immunized, giving the pandemic under control in the spring of 1919. And the disease ended on its own. By the summer of 1920, the virus had disappeared. While he won the battle against the weakest, the rest were immunized.
So, Frank, this is what the pandemic is. And definitely, this is not like going to last for a long time. Once the immunity system we build, nowadays also they are saying that 80% people, even they are infected, there is no any symptoms we can see. So because their immunity is high, their immunity is very good, and that is the reason. Now, I invite Mr. David. David, are you there? Hello. Yes, I already invited Mr. David, but I don't know. Yes, he may join later. He's from the British Council, and he will put some light on what is about the IELTS. Many students they book their IELTS date, but again and again it getting postponed because of the lockdown. And because of lockdown, students are not able to write their test, even they book the test. But at the same time, British Council spoke with various universities, and university approved one test. The test student can write from the home, and online they can get result, and that result universities will consider for their application and admission. But before going for the visa, you need to go to the IELTS center, test center, and you have to write the test, and you have to submit that test result. But at this moment, if you stuck for your application or getting offer later, so there is one solution, IELTS, this link I have given to you. Just copy this link, or I will share this link with you. All our branches, student advisor having this link, so they can give you. You go to this link, you can just write the test. There is no any fees. From your home itself you can write the test, and you will get result. That result is more than sufficient to process your application and get offer later. Uh, Now, ETS is also offering the home testing. TOEFL. TOEFL also started a special test which you can take at home, and you can submit. And even it is not declared by the immigration office that whether they are accepting this for visa or not. Even ETS not declare anything, but at the moment, if you give this test, this is acceptable to process your offer later. Yeah, David is there. David, hello.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. David is there from British Council, and I think he will be right person to speak about the IELTS. There are students; those are like getting again and again, like the test date they need to change, and they're not able to give the test, and they stuck. They cannot get offer later because they are not able to submit their IELTS result. So, can you put some light on this?
For submitting the IELTS result to universities,
Yes.
actually, you can do one thing is the universities are not accepting the soft copies. If you scan, for those who have received the hard copy of the TRF result.
No, David, I'm talking about the test. It's like students book the test date, but it is not happening because of the lockdown.
Okay, for that we have IELTS indicator, which I can see on your screen. I think you're discussing about
Yeah,
that later.
yeah. Please.
So with IELTS indicator, basically this is a test, IELTS test that you can take from your home. The effectives and all have been mentioned online. But right now that is the only option available for all candidates. But with regards to the paper-based test or the computer-based test, we have test dates open from 7th May till August. So you have one of those two options.
Can you please repeat the date again?
We have from 7th May test dates open, because as of now there's no clarity. I feel that the extension, the lockdown may be
Yes,
extended,
true, true, true.
okay, but we still, till then we can't like not keep the test. So right now 7th May till August we have seats available to
Okay,
register.
all right.
But this IELTS indicator is extremely flexible, and you can have it at your place. Obviously, there are a lot of terms and conditions that you need to be alone in the room, and only you, and the no one else is allowed to enter. And it needs to have a web camera so they can take a full scan of the entire room. That's the most, yeah, sorry. Is there any other questions that are there regards to the tests?
Yes, panelists, do you have any question regarding IELTS?
Yeah, sir. Jayesh here.
Yeah.
So students are already they're studying for their IELTS. So should they register for IELTS, or maybe as David rightly said, there may be a chance that lockdown may get extended. So your suggestion that should we ask student to get registered now?
See, if you register them now for a test, they're in May, and the lockdown does get extended, we will still process a free transfer for the candidate to whichever alternate test date. Okay, that option is available. So if candidates want to register just to ensure that, you know what, because many candidates think, what if by the time everything does start working, there are no seats available? So that sends candidates into a frenzy, because they may not receive seats. So if they, that's also not a concern. There will always be seats available. But if candidates want to register now, they can. If they want to register later, they can. It's completely up to the candidates. There's no pressure. Yeah, no one's forcing you to register immediately.
Okay, David, thank you very much for the explanation. I think all the students are also listening to it, and they will take the call accordingly. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Student, if you are having any question, you can type in the question box, please. Yes, sir. Can you see any question there?
Yeah, yes, sir. I saw a few of those. The last question I did receive: will this IELTS indicator result get considered for the visa also? Mangesh Divate has this question, sir. Over.
You'll have to check now. I don't. 1 minute. Hold on. Just give me a minute. With that, I think there was a point made on that recently. There's no clear clarification if the visa authority will accept. No. Sorry. Yes, I just found it. No, so the visa authorities will not accept it. I'm not accepting the IELTS indicator. However, there are universities that do accept this test. So this IELTS indicator is mainly for universities, for people, for academic students who are going for this thing, further studies. It's for them. But with regards to the visa authorities, no, they are not accepting the IELTS indicator as of now, until there is an update. Right now, from all that I know, that visa authorities are not accepting, will not accept IELTS indicator as the IELTS standard test.
Okay, I think the student must have got the answer to his question.
Yes. But universities, there are some universities that do accept it. So check also with which university is accepting the IELTS indicator.
Sure, we'll do that. Yes. Any other question is there on the screen?
Is it still possible to be getting into September intake for postgrad diploma, or is it too late now? That I think you'll have to check with the university. I have no say. I can talk to you. I can answer all your questions on IELTS, but with regards to any entry or intake,
Think about that. No problem.
yeah, that y'all. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, David. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I am so sorry for joining in so late. I was having a little issues with my system, and my phone also went off all of a sudden. Yeah, but thank you for having me. If there's any other questions, please feel free to send me an email. I would be happy to resolve everyone's query. Yeah.
Do you have any question for David?
Yeah, David, before I say bye-bye to you,
Yes.
just request to all the students regarding IELTS queries, David is there. So please post your questions in Q&A section if at any. Else, David rightly said, you can send in a mail. So the reply will be given to you. So still any queries reference to IELTS, please send your questions now.
All right, David, I think if there is a question, definitely we'll reach to you and we'll take your inputs on that.
Definitely come in there. Definitely.
We will convey the answer to students. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you so much. Everyone, please take care during this time. Yeah, bye.
Take care. Yes, so we talk about IELTS and TOEFL tests. So these tests are available now you can take, and this result they can accept for the offer letter, not for your visa purpose, but yes, for the offer letter they can accept your result. Yes, now there are many questions we are getting from the students about fee payment and all. What if we paid the fees, and like say, what about the refund? So many students are there. You see, fee payment is mandatory to process visa application. So without getting unconditional offer letter, or without getting, say, cash, or without getting ECOE, we cannot process your visa application. But in case of New Zealand and USA, it is possible to process your visa application without paying fees to concerned university in USA and New Zealand, or concerned college in USA and New Zealand. But in case of other countries, including Europe, Australia, maybe UK and USA, UK, European countries, and Canada, you need to make payment of the fees, and then only you will get unconditional offer letter. And before processing your visa, there are certain conditions. In case of the Canada, you have to make first year fees to the college, and we need to attach that receipt. Second thing, like in case of Australia also, fee payment is required, maybe 50% or 100%. In case of UK also, we insist student to make payment of like say first year tuition fee, or a few of the universities, they are even asking to book your seat. You need to pay about $2,000. In case of Ireland also, we need to make a payment before applying for the visa. Now, the fee payment is mandatory to process your visa application. Unless and until you make the fee payment, we cannot get unconditional offer letter, and we cannot process visa application except New Zealand and USA. Few universities already declared delay in offer offline course start. So offline course, because they are saying they don't know anything about the when the situation will be in control, and when the international borders will open. Unless and until international borders are sealed, you cannot travel abroad. And that's the reason university declare, yes, there is a delay, but yes, most of the university, they are offering you online programs. So if you wish to enroll for this intake, yes, you can process the visa application, you can get the visa, and still you can study from your home. And they will provide you all the necessary lectures, instructions. Only thing, you need to have your laptop or maybe computer and high-speed internet. That's it. So university will take care of the online lectures. They are ready. And whenever this situation will come into control and WHO will give permission to open international borders, that time you can travel abroad and you can attend offline courses. You can join the universities. Few university decided to use online platform if you already having visa. Many people, like say, we have few of the students, they already have the visa. Maybe in case of New Zealand or USA or UK, they are having a visa. So in that case, universities are saying, yes, you can join online programs if you wish to. It is not mandatory. They are saying if you wish to, you can join. Otherwise, you can defer your offer letter for the next intake. Otherwise, even you have the right to cancel your admission. But before canceling the admission, I recommend better you go to the refund policy, check refund policy, and then only you take any decision. If there is any problem, you can contact your nearest office and you can speak with the student advisor, not in lockdown period, okay, after lockdown period. Fee refund policy is very, very important. If university is unable to run course, yes, definitely they will refund your money. If university is saying, yes, you applied for the fall 2020 intake, but for fall 2020 intake, we are not conducting, and if you are not asking for the defer later, and if you are asking for the full refund of the fees, university is ready to do that. Few of the universities in UK already, they are saying we will not run fall 2020 intake. So you can defer offer later for next intake, maybe spring. Or if you don't want to defer your offer later, you can apply for the refund of the fees. In case of the Irish universities, yes, Irish universities, also they don't know, they are just saying, yes, we are trying to minimize the effect of pandemic on international application, international admission, international student, and international student visa processing. But till date, it is not very clear. Even few of the universities, they are not clear whether they are going to deliver online lectures or not, or they are straight away going to defer the offer letter for next intake. So this is the current scenario in case of the fee payment and fee refund. Anyways, if you are not happy with the situation, and if you are not sure whether it's going to happen or not, but see friends, I'm telling you, this is not a permanent, pandemic is not a permanent, situation will be in control. And recently, Singapore University, they have declared one report, and the report says that in India, it will be in control by 20th of May, and it will disappear by 20th of June. This virus will disappear by 20th of June. This Singapore report is saying, and this report is proven true in case of China and in case of Italy and Spain. Italy and Spain, they badly affected, but now these are the countries which are having very minimum effect of the pandemic, very minimum effect of the coronavirus. Now, visa application, visa processing informations for the New Zealand. So what New Zealand is saying, all the visa offices are closed currently because of the COVID-19, but the staff is working, but limited access is there. That's the reason it is taking time. So if the visa is, your visa is not in the important category or emergency category, then they will not look after that. But yes, anyhow, international student is the issue of the career of the student, and is also issue of the running show in the university. That's the reason they are accepting student visa, but it is taking longer than usual. So it is limited currently, limited capacity they are having. Canada processing, what they are saying, it is suspended. Currently, they have suspended tourist visa and non-essential visas, but essential visas they are processing, and in essential visa, student visa is there. So still student visa we can process, but again the staff is very limited and the staff is not available. That's the reason it is taking longer than usual time. So even it may take 60 days, it may take 90 days, it may take 120 days, okay? But we can process because this is the online system. We can apply online, there is no any problem. USA visa centers are closed due to lockdown, and unless and until this lockdown is open, then they will not back to function. UK online applications are open. Yes, we can apply UK visa online, but again they suspended non-essential visas. If there is somebody is willing to go for the medical treatment, yes, in that case they can apply and they can get it done. In case of the study visa, it is not clearly mentioned anything whether study visa is essential for them, but yes, they are accepting student visa. Ireland is saying, yes, we are working hard, but they don't know when the international borders will open. So they are waiting for the WHO permission to resume the visa services. That means Irish visa, still there is no clarity whether we can apply, but at this moment we can say we cannot apply Irish visa because the embassy is closed. Yeah, online classes. So if you are having valid visa, then you can attend online classes. Any of the student, many student like for PhD or maybe for diploma programs, for a master's program, they are having the visa and they got email from the university, and university straight away saying, okay, if you are willing to join the classes, we are ready to deliver online lectures. Only thing is that please send your visa copy to us. If you're having visa and if you're not willing to join online program, no problem, we can defer your offer later and you can join later. So this freedom is given to the student by the university. Now, whether to join online program or not to join online program, because many of the students, they says, if we paid the fees and we not getting international experience, international exposure, so why to go for the online lectures? My friend, this is like, say, what we can say, this is the pandemic situation. In the pandemic situation, we all are helpless. Even universities, governments, everybody is helpless. Scientists and doctors are working hard to overcome this scenario. But yes, whenever you take lectures online, your living cost you can save. That is one thing, because you're not going away. And because of the pandemic scenario, even if you go in that country, there is a struggle, because as you have seen the views of the students, those are already there. They are saying that people are losing jobs, and yes, there is a cut in the jobs. Definitely, many people are losing job. About 30 to 40% people will lose their job because of the pandemic. So again, whenever you go there as a fresher, I don't know how long it will take to get part-time job. In that way, it is better if you are spending 3 months to learn online, then you can do that, or maybe one semester you can learn online. It will save the cost, and again, it will not give any negative effect on your post-study work condition. It is not like you are here only for 6 months. 6 months you studied at your home country, so you are not eligible to apply for the work visa, post-study work permit. No, it will not happen. This is already declared by the immigration and by the concerned government and universities. You can accept or reject online course. This is just an offer given to you by the universities. It's like your right and your decision whether to accept this offer or reject this offer. Now, international borders, when to open the international border, how to go ahead with this. So decision is pending and it's depending on the circumstances and green signal from WHO. And you all are aware that nowadays people are working hard. Even Oxford University, they are saying they invented one very good vaccine. The production, even they are going to start in Pune. And in the month of October, it will be available. So in that case, considering all these factors, we can say everything will be all right by October, or in worst scenario, everything will be all right in the month of January 2021. That time, definitely student will be able to fly. This is just my opinion. We cannot say the prediction, or based on the previous pandemic scenario and based on the current development, what is going on, based on the Italy and Spain scenario and China scenario, we can predict this and hope that this prediction may be true, and definitely we can go back to track. So thank you very much. Now it's your turn. You can ask me the questions, and even we do have many online programs. If you are interested in that, you can visit our website, ieplcareer.com. We have a tie-up with the universities, and we can deliver the program online. Many programs are available, whereas you can learn 1 year here and then you can go. Otherwise, you can accept the offer from the university. 2-3 months you can take online program, and then you can fly for the offline program. If you are having any concern, you can just visit our nearest branch after lockdown. Now if you are having questions, yes. Amol, are you there? Hello, Amol?
Yes, I am there very much.
Can
I
you
was listening to all this
take the
conversation.
questions?
Well, I mean, majority of the things have been cleared by the dignitaries and your good self. But yes, this situation has arisen that, it's a panicky. Basically, students are not prepared, or rather the parents are not prepared to handle such panicky situations. So there may be confusion in the mind of the students, whether should I start the application process now, whether should I, take admission now or no. So my inputs here I like to share. In fact, this is the time where the student is least disturbed, and he has all the time in the world. He can, as rightly said, he can start his studies online. He will have time frame for those of you who are planning to move overseas, maybe late 2020 or 2021. Now is the time the students can start picking the universities, for building their applications and choosing the universities and start preparing, because ideally this is a temporary situation. This pandemic occurs temporary situation. This should not deter or defer the student from making his decision to study overseas, whatever country, whatever program it may be. So I personally feel that right now the student should think it in a positive way. Okay, no problem. 2020 gone, no problem. I have 2021. But still 2020 still remain, because many of the countries may open the borders once again. We never know, anything can happen. But the focus should be there. The students should try to develop their resume, basically try to have a good inclination and do some research on the type of universities, institutions, what is the eligibility criteria, what are the entry requirements, and of course IEPL staff is there to help the students under all circumstances. We are reachable over the mobile, over the internet, we are just a click away for you. So all those students, this is the time. Do not think what will happen, next, or do not get scared, because this is a situation which is going to teach you the realities of life, that how you should react or act under such circumstances. So if you are thinking of planning to study abroad, please start your process now, because this will also give you ample of time to build your application. There are a lot of online programs, as sir has mentioned, so you can save your costs as well if you are inclined for that. And these situations occur. I mean, even the world wars happened, but that didn't stop people from moving around. So this temporary phase will also pass. And all those students, those who are focused, yes, I want to study abroad, I strongly tell them, do not lose your moral. Whatever the other people or may in your community, in your neighborhood may say, don't go there, don't go here. Do not, listen to all these things, because these things do have, hamper your decision.
Yes, Amol, thank you very much. Amol, 1 second, there are questions. We will just go through the question, and we'll answer the questions of the student. How much time will these countries take to be on their feet? Yes, as I told you, see, many of the countries like even Canada and New Zealand, they are saying, yes, you can come as an international student. You have a quarantine period of 14 days, and then you can resume your lectures, your college, your university. there is no problem with these countries or immigration, but there is a problem of the international border. Unless and until airlines resume their duties and international flights will start, students cannot travel from one country to other country. So that is the issue, and that's the reason we are everybody is depend on the decision and green signal from WHO. uh, it may happen, we can hope for earliest maybe in the month of September, and in worst scenario maybe in the month of January 2021. Then there is another question like, what about Ireland? How is the situation there? I think already we discussed the situation is not that good, but it is in not out of control, and this university is and immigration is trying to overcome the situation, but unless and until borders open, they cannot means like student cannot travel. Also there is one more hurdle in this country, like they are still waiting to start their visa services, and there is no clear picture on this. Better we will update you as soon as we'll get any update, but as of now just we need to wait and watch for fall 2020 intake. We'll get updates, final updates maybe by July 2020. So till that time, we need to wait. Even if they give some green signal for the visa application online in the month of July, we can go ahead with the visa application. And then at least if not international border open, you can start your online classes for a couple of months, and then you can travel for the offline classes. There is one more question from Dhamin. Dharmin is saying his visa, he got a visa, and 3rd of June his visa is going to expire, and he booked ticket as well. Yes, Dharmin, as of now you cannot fly because the flight will cancel your ticket and you will get 100% refund. New Zealand government is having very good policy. Whenever the visa is going to expire of the student, automatically they check the system and they are giving you extension, and most of the students they are getting extension up till 25th of September. So this may happen in your case as well. If it don't happen, then definitely we'll write to the immigration and we'll get it done. Be in touch, inform your student advisor, speak with them, okay? Then link, somebody is asking for what link, I don't understand.
So that is for IELTS indicator.
Yeah, sir, I was thinking it is related to the IELTS link when the David was not there.
IELTS indicator link you can send to all your students, all right? All the students, those are attending today's webinar, will send this IELTS TOEFL link to all the students. Even all the visa updates, whatever we are getting, will broadcast to all the students. Yes, will this IELTS indicator result get considered for visa? No, already it is clear. This is not valid for the visa. Is it still possible to be getting into September intake for PGDM? You need to mention country. Select now. As of now, see, whatever is the program, maybe PGDBM or maybe graduate program, maybe diploma program, or maybe PhD program. At this stage, these countries are delivering online lectures if you are having a valid visa. So if you are ready to just take online lectures, let us know. We'll forward your request to the university, and university will give you the credentials so that you can attend online lectures. And whenever the situation will be in control and online flight where this international flight will start, you can travel. What is the procedure to secure my admission now and request for January intake? I have received my offer letter for September intake, but I am in dilemma to go abroad now. For which country, Mr. Pranav Tople?
So that is for UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, in case of UK, I think it is possible, but why it's, I think it is too early to take any decision. Better you wait for a couple of months. Even if you accept the letter and even if you make the payment of the fees, now just today I got update from Middlesex University. They will conduct interviews of the student, and they will conduct interview of the student, of those student only who paid deposit, 2000 deposit something. So if you are one of them, then definitely they will conduct the interview. And even after giving interview and even after getting unconditional offer letter, if you wish to defer your offer letter for the next intake, there is no problem. But my friend, is like, my personal opinion is like, if you are ready for this September intake, then I think it is good enough, because if you start online learning and after a couple of months, maybe by January, if you go there, there is no effect. Even if you are like, say, for a less time, you will enjoy full facility of the post-study work permit. If you have any questions, again, you can speak with student advisor, or you can write us an email. Yeah, Kundan, can you read this Ruchita Wag?
Yes, sir. Yeah. One question for Ruchita Wag. She has mentioned, hi sir, I was looking for September 2020 intake in UK for brand management from Middlesex University, which is 2-year program. First year would be theory and second year is going to be paid internship. I would like to know if this program will remain same, will get a paid internship after this pandemic.
Ruchita, yes, I'm sorry to say, but Middlesex University is not running 1+1 program anymore. Uh, yes, they are saying you need to request for the defer offer letter for 1-year program. There is no internship after completion of the program. So 1-year paid internship, that program is already cancelled. Sorry to say this, but I think you received this email as well. They sent email, and we also informed to all the students. If you didn't receive that, please let us know. You write to your concerned student advisor and let us know if you are ready to go for 1-year program, or also ask if other universities offering 1+1 program. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yes, next
The
question.
next question is, why should I study from home if I opt for offline course? Why pay more?
Yeah. So this is like a good question. Why should I study from home if I paid more? Yes, I already told you, this is the pandemic situation, and university is also not forcing you to study from online from home. University is also not happy to deliver lectures online. They need students in the campus. They also want their student to get real experience of the study. But as the international borders are sealed, we all are helpless. So that's the reason they have given one option, only for the sake of saving your time. If if you want to save your time, you need to accept this online study option. Maybe couple of months you have to study online, and anyhow, that offline course experience you will get once you this situation will overcome and you travel abroad. Again, my friend, I'm telling you, this is your decision. We cannot force you. Even university will not force you. You have options like either you go ahead with online program, or you just ask for the defer offer later, and you go to the university in next semester and join university. Okay, so these are the options available for you, and you need to take decision on this. And if you need any support to consider these options, again, you can speak with us or student advisor.
Again, question from Ruchita.
Mhm.
Sir, will UK keep on provide post-work permit or there would be any changes in the rules?
As of now, what is there like 2 years post-study work permit, still it is there. Uh, there is no any update on this, but obviously because of the pandemic, lot of jobs people will lose. About 30 to 40% jobs in all over the world people will lose. In this scenario, I'm not sure, but there is a demand from Scotland, and Scotland are having many jobs in because they are like say oil and gas industry, which is very popular, very famous, and that is hub for the oil and gas industry. So Scotland, if they are giving guarantee that yes, we have enough jobs for all the students, so UK government has to consider that, and they will keep it as it is. But as of now, at the current situation, whatever is declared 2 years post-study work permit after completion of your 1 year program, either bachelor's or master's, as it is, there is no any change.
Next question. What if we pay initial deposit now for reserving the seat in UK and we later wants to postpone the intake to January? Is it possible or we need to pay the deposit again?
No, it is possible. Once you paid the deposit, that means already amount you paid and you will get receipt for that. It's your decision. If you are willing to just defer your intake, that's your decision, but deposit will remain as it is. Only thing is that if university tomorrow change the fees, so that hike in the fees is applicable to you.
Next question is from Neda Khan. She's asking, sir, what about the case if visa is not yet filed and university is asking to start commencement of enrollment?
Yes, Neda, you can start commencement of the enrollment. There is no any problem. Once you start the commencement for the enrollment, then they will come to know and they will ask you the question definitely whether you hold a visa or not. And whenever you say no, yeah, till date your visa application is in process, then definitely they will tell their decision to you. But as of now, if they are saying yes, you can go and enroll, no problem.
Next
There is
question.
one more question. How someone anonymous has written, how will unemployment affect future students in the future workforce?
Yes, very good question. How will unemployment affect future students? Okay. Basically, what happened whenever there is a pandemic, lot of industries like affected, travel industry, tourism industry, maybe aviation industry, hotel industry. So lot of industry will affect, even education industry as well, universities and all. Even your what we can say civil work and all, everything is affected. And that's the reason there is a cut in the job, because if the people are not able to sell the goods, so how they will pay to their employee? That is the one thing. Now whenever we'll overcome this situation, what will happen, the industry will start growing up again, and in a 1 year again they required more than 60 to 70% jobs they will create. But yes, in this 1 year you have to struggle to get a job, you have to struggle to get like say appropriate working hours. I'm not saying you will not get, But if you are allowed to work 20 hours per week as an international student, you may get 10 to 15 hours, not 20 hours. But yes, in some of the cases, like what Ruchira told us, if you are into healthcare and all, you got a job, definitely they required workforce. So if you are into, if you are willing to work in healthcare, then definitely you can get even more than 20 hours per week. It depends on you. Second thing is, after completion of your program, whenever you get a post-study work permit, that time definitely there is a requirement, but yes, due to pandemic, people will lose the jobs and the vacancies will be less. So you may have to struggle. So likewise, even in all the countries, even in India, even Canada, maybe Australia, maybe New Zealand, maybe USA. But after some time, maybe the period of 6 months to 1 year, everything will be back on track. So you have to be ready for that. Yes. What about Poland? Same thing is about Poland as well. It is European country. They have not yet declared, and in case of the Poland, still we are struggling to get visa dates, even though it is VFS. Any other question you are having, Kundan?
Yes, sir. Sir, if we have got offer letter for July 2020 for New Zealand, can we defer it for to January 2021, as we may face problem in loan and visa process?
Yes, you can. I don't think there is any problem in deferring your offer letter. If you wish to defer the offer letter, you need to send email to the concerned person in our company, and will forward your request to the university, and university will consider that and they will revert back to us. So prior to making any decision, if you are having any question or if you need any assistance for the getting loan, then you speak with the concerned person, our student advisor. Definitely we may help you in getting loan as well, because we have tie-up with many banks, and nowadays bank is having money because RBI have given a lot of funding to the banks and for the utilization. So getting education loan or getting any of the loan is become easy in this pandemic. Better taking any before taking any decision, you speak regarding the loan, if we can help you in getting loan. Otherwise, the next option for the defer of the offer letter is open for you.
So, next question from Badal Patil. Ireland Visa Office released information about VFS check, that students with VFS check will be given priority. What is that all about?
Yeah, as of now, see what happened because of this lockdown. VFS check is also is like close. This VFS check, what they are saying, if in some of the countries the VFS is working, okay, even in the lockdown, because what happened, I told you the total visa processing, they cannot stop. There might be some emergencies. So in some emergencies, if you are having VFS check, then they can process the visa. But as a student, if you are not having any emergency, you cannot go under this category and you cannot process the visa.
Okay. One more question is, will we get bursary for offline courses provided online?
Yes, most of the university already they started, as we spoke that day as well. A few of the universities, London South Bank, they declare 3,000 scholarship to everybody. Even in New Zealand, also few of the universities they declare the scholarship. Basically, if you are taking courses offline, there is cutting in the expenses of the universities as well. So definitely, university will give some bursary to you, and many of the people they are applying. Even the people are saying, yes, we are ready to go for the offline courses, but what benefit we will get, and universities are considering those cases, and they are giving some offer or maybe bursary to the students. Yes, it is possible.
Okay. This question is from the PhD student Sachin Kohle. He's asking that I have sent PGR2 form to guide of AUT through mail on 4th April 2020. I have questioned that shall I wait for or resend mail to guide as I did not get any response still.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Sachin. Better you do one thing. You just email regarding this to our student advisor, and we'll revert to the university, and we'll do something. We'll initiate this process for you. Okay, so whenever you are getting any interview call or anything from the guy, and whatever process you completed, you need to update to the concerned person, and then we can take quick action. So if it is 4th April, so it's like too late. Even though you write to us, we'll speak with the university and we'll check the status and we'll update you.
Okay, one more question for Middlesex University of London is still providing 12-month internship after 1-year course.
Already this is like answered. The question is answered. Somebody else asked this question. No, they are not providing 12 months internship after 1-year program.
Canada is a country I want to know about. I don't know what's the question.
About Canada, already I spoke with you. These countries like providing lot of benefit to the students, like 2,000 Canadian dollar per month they are paying to the international student. That is good enough. And second thing, like Canadian government is saying, yes, you can still come, you are welcome, only 14 days, you have to be in quarantine, and you can resume your colleges and your work. So there is no problem by Canadian government to accept international student, but there is a problem with the international borders. Unless and until international borders open, you cannot go and study offline.
One question is from Nakshatra. Will my 12th grade board examination results will be required for UK visa?
Yes. Whenever we apply for the UK visa, so all the documents and final grades are required. Whereas in case of US visa, it is not required. So if some of your friend is saying, okay, I applied for the visa on the basis of my predicted grade or 11th standard grade, that is not for UK, that is for USA. In case of UK, all the documents and post completion certificate is required prior to visa application.
This question is from Ali Abbas. The PHMS University New Zealand has initiated online courses for students to study from your home country. Sir, I would like to put some light on it.
Yes, all the universities, they are offering online programs because students are not able to reach to the universities because the international borders are sealed. And considering this factor, the student, those are holding a visa, they can join online program, and you can also join online program. But if you are looking for the hospitality program, theoretical part you can complete online, and later on you can go and join offline programs in the university. So I don't think there is any problem. We all are having problem, including university and immigration. So we have to cooperate to each other, and whatever is the best, we need to select that nowadays.
Question is from Shubh Madhvi. Sir, what about Singapore? When will they resume their colleges and their visa process?
Yes, it's not yet decided. Visa process and colleges after giving green signal by WHO. So the visa process is stopped because of the pandemic, and again they don't want any international students now unless and until WHO allow them. So just wait and watch. Most probably by the end of September, we'll get answer for this question.
Next question is from what if we start online and go in January in UK? do we get visa of 1 year or only we will get visa for 9 months, which is left?
Good question. Whenever you apply for the visa, you will get 30 days visa for UK. After that, you need to go there and you need to collect biometric card. So biometric card is for the length of the duration of your program plus 4 months. Now it is going to be 6 months. So if your program duration is 9 months, then you will get 9 plus 6. So 15 months visa you will get, biometric visa you will get.
Question asked by Nakshatra. If I take Jan intake, will it be fresh batch or the continuation of the September intake?
No, this will be the fresh batch. So they are having 2 intakes, and few of the classes they will continue with the previous batch because it is rolling intake there. So if you miss some programs or some modules, you need to go ahead with those students. But most of the programs they are having separate batch. Again, it depends on the number of students. If they are getting enough student, then only they can run this January batch. Otherwise they will run the program in the month of September. So I don't know what will happen because of the pandemic, but yes, September is the major intake in UK even. So if you are having opportunity to continue your course in September, don't miss that. Continue online for a couple of months and then go and resume offline program.
Next question. Will the working hours decrease now in UK or will they reduce per hour pay to students working over there?
No, at the moment there is no any news, and the minimum wage is not only for international student. Minimum wage is for their local people as well. So there is no possibility to reduce the minimum wage. And as far as working hours is concerned, if we check the previous record, it doesn't happen anytime. So it will remain 20 hours per week. There will not be any change.
Next question is from Anmol Sonaune. Any update for Lithuania University?
Yeah, basically in Lithuania also, it's badly affected by this pandemic coronavirus. Universities are delivering lectures online, and the students, few of the students are there in the Lithuania itself. Few of the students, they came back to India and they're enjoying online lectures. But nowadays they are not accepting visa application because of the lockdown, and international borders are sealed, so you cannot travel. That's the reason there is a question mark whether to issue student visa to the international student. The updates will come by July end. So we need to wait for the updates.
Next question. Is there any effect on New Zealand work permit after completion of the course?
Yes, New Zealand work permit. See, New Zealand already declared on the website, immigration website, if you complete your course by December 2021, then you will get the same work permit. But if you complete your program after December 2021, then the policy is different. So I think you can go through the policy and that policy will remain same. There is no any change because of the pandemic as of now.
Next question is, what is the scope of IT field now and after pandemic in New Zealand? Comments from IT people in New Zealand will be more helpful.
Yeah, so IT people from New Zealand, I don't think now they are available. Sagar is available? Sagar, are you there?
No, I don't think.
Yeah. So Sagar is from IT background itself, and there is a demand for the IT in New Zealand. See what happened, no? People will lose the job, businesses will shut down, but for a short time. The people cannot sit idle. So maybe today or tomorrow they will start up with something else. And again, they will require manpower. So this is just a temporary situation. definitely it will affect on the work, but not that badly. It will recover maybe in 6 months or maybe 1 year, max to max. So definitely effect is there, effect will be there, but not permanent effect, temporary effect. And again, it depends on you how you take it. This is worldwide. This is going to happen, and it is not like if you are traveling abroad, that's the reason it will happen. In case of New Zealand, if you consider, the population is very less and they need people from international other countries, because they are having plenty of jobs for them, not in all the industries but in specific industries like computer engineering, IT, healthcare. Yes, they are having jobs. But at the same time, I don't say there will be not no any effect will be there all over the world. We need to accept that.
So we have covered all the questions.
Sir, there are two questions in the chat room. So if you can kindly just go through those questions, so it will be helpful for the student as well.
Yes.
It is in chat box. Okay.
Yes, sir. Kundan sir, त्या chat box मध्ये दोन questions आहेत.
Question is asked from, I think, Chintan. Is any relaxation given by Canada for biometrics? Can we give after landing in Canada like UK?
Chintan, I think Chintan already applied for the visa, Canadian visa. And it is not, if it is not more than 10 years, that biometric is still valid. So there is no question of biometric in your case. And for new cases, yes, biometric is required after lockdown. They will start something for the biometric. But if you already applied for the Canadian visa and the time is less than 10 years, so you don't need to go again for the biometric.
There is one question from Nakshatra Godhal. She says, I had applied for Middlesex University too. By when will I get to know about it? I applied for law course.
Sorry?
There's a query. I had applied for Middlesex University too. By when will I get to know about it? I applied for law course.
When we'll know about the offer letter?
Yeah, that's what I guess. So the question is not still clear, but then I intend that the candidate intends to know about the offer letter, most probably.
Okay. Kundan?
Yes, sir.
Please check the status of the application.
Sure, sir.
All right. And most probably will revert back to you in next week. Okay. Please note it down and revert back to the student next week, Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because now, I think Saturday, Sunday is there. So Monday or Tuesday we can get revert and we will speak with the student.
Sure.
Okay? Make a note.
Sir, there is one more question from Ali Abbas Rizvi in the chat box. The PIHMS University NZ has initiated online course.
Already we answered.
Okay.
So already we have covered all the questions.
Okay. All right. Amol, please go ahead with the vote of thanks and we'll end this meeting.
Definitely, I'd like to thank all the panelists, all the students and the professors who have joined in today, as well as our dignitaries from overseas. It was a wonderful session and we got to know about a lot of new things. The queries were mostly about pandemics and what to do in this situation, because we had never handled such situations. So I'm very thankful to sir for each and every query you have answered with a lot of attention and to the satisfaction of all of us. I thank all the panel members, all the attendees, and everyone. I'm looking forward for your participation in our next webinars to come down there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay safe.
Yeah, and we are going to arrange many webinars like this. So you keep checking our website and updates. You can join from website itself, and we'll take on the platform speakers from the different universities and even from British Council and ETS. All right. Thank you very much once again. Thanks a lot. Stay home. Stay safe. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, sir. 73. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.